Hey everybody, welcome back to SoundstageEDU. Last time, well not last time, but the last time I did something like this, we dove into drumline mentality. You know, that snare swagger, the pit brains, and all of that glorious chaos energy. But today, we're stepping into the hornline world. And when I say hornline, I don't just mean brass. Woodwinds, you're in this club too. Trumpets, clarinets, saxes, mellows, bones, tubas, flutes. If you put air through it and it makes a pitch, this one is for you. Today, we're talking about the hornline mentality. What it is, how it works, why it matters, and yes, we are going to have some fun with this. And we're going to talk about some of the stereotypes that surround the various sections within the wind section of the band. But more importantly, we're going to talk about why the culture you create in your hornline is absolutely vital, especially right now with contest season coming. So what exactly is hornline mentality? Let's define it. Hornline mentality isn't just about playing notes. It's about posture. It's about breath. It's about tone, blend, field awareness. And maybe most importantly, culture. In 2025, or just say the modern era in general, marching band looks a whole lot like athletics. The practices are longer, shows are harder, and the demand for precision is much, much higher than it was in the past. Bands that thrive, they treat their hornline like a single instrument, not like a bunch of random instruments standing near each other. Hornline mentality is simple. We move together, we breathe together, we perform together. And if we don't, the audience will know it. The judges will certainly know it. And worst of all, you guys, the performers, will feel it. So let's just take a step back for a moment and lighten things up. Because we're in this because it's fun, right? And we all have our own attitudes and we all have our own ideas of what each section, each instrumentalist is like. Those are called stereotypes. And we're going to talk about some of those. Some of those that have survived the test of time and have prevailed for years and years in this activity. So we're going to bring some of them up. These are roasts, but with love, I promise. So we're going to start with the first one that comes to mind. The king of the marching band wins. The trumpets. These guys, or girls, the confidence dial is permanently stuck on 11. Their warm-up dynamic is everybody else's show dynamic. The mellophones, the mellows, the mellies, whatever you want to call them, these guys are the emotional soundtrack of the show. If you cry in a ballad, you can blame them. For me, it's goosebumps. If you get goosebumps, it's probably because of them. Our trombone friends, those guys are agents of chaos. Half of their culture is memes about slide positions, and the other half is near misses with someone's head. If you know, you know. Baritones and euphoniums, the youths, y'all are the middle children. They glue the brass section together, but they'll never get a meme page. Sorry, berries. Tubas and souzas, walking walls of sound, if they approach their instrument correctly. They're always smiling, always cracking jokes, always the life of the party. And somehow also in charge of morale. You guys are the fun guys. Flutes, piccolos, flutes and picks. You guys are the precision assassins, small but mighty. A piccolo cutting through a stadium is basically a laser beam. Clarinets, the counting champions, the section most likely to actually know where measure 83 lands. Am I right? The saxes, proud members of the low reed cult, equal parts groove and gremlin energy. And then the oboes and bassoons. If you have one, they're either the bravest soul alive or they're secretly a wizard. Now here's the thing. Every stereotype is also a superpower. Trumpet confidence, that's leadership energy. Clarinet counters, that's reliability. Tuba morale, man, that's culture. The goal is to turn all these jokes that everyone has about you guys and turn them into the standard. Now, brass players and woodwinds, we know you have different challenges, and let's call them out. Brass mentality. Air is architecture. You've got to move air like an athlete. You find the slot, you find the pitch center, and you hold it down. Projection is not blasting. It's matching tone and timbre. And your posture is leadership. Horn angle, shoulders back. That body language says we mean business. Remember, I've said it before you ever play a note, everyone watching has an idea of what you're going to sound like just based on the way you look. Just based on your approach and your presence. And your horns are big. Everyone's going to see your angles. Be cognizant of that. Woodwind mentality. For you, it's core tone first. Reed setup, finger efficiency, breath support, then articulation. Making sure your consonants and releases line up across the section. You don't win by volume. You win by clarity. And when you're running across the field, your job is to protect that tone, no matter what direction you're facing. But at the end of the day, brass and woodwinds are chasing the same thing. Blend, balance, and role awareness. Rehearsal etiquette. Silence, fast resets, eyes up, ears open. Culture that's excellent first and fun second. And now for the big part of this. Director's ICU. You've been watching your horn line lose focus between reps. Talking, laughing, dragging resets, and the contest is right around the corner, and that behavior is driving you up a wall. So let's fix it. Here's the truth. Contest nerves are real. Students start buzzing with nervous energy, and that energy leaks out as chatter, goofiness, and sloppy mistakes. But that energy can also be a weapon if you channel it. So students, when the director cuts you off, the next sound in the air should be silence. Not giggles, not side conversations, silence. And that silence is electric. It says, we're locked in, we're ready, and we respect this process. And another thing, students, quick resets equal more reps. Reset speed isn't about being in a hurry, it's about respect. Every second you shave off means another rep in the block. And more reps equal more polish. You can literally outwork your competition just by resetting faster than them. So that school down the street that you're constantly comparing yourself to and wondering why they're so much better, I bet your directors pointed it out. They rehearse different. They reset quicker. They don't goof off and waste time chattering and dragging their feet between resets. outwork that group by resetting faster than them. And in the end, you guys will be better. Now here's another thing about the nerves. Nervous energy is a weapon. Contest season makes people jittery. Good. Do you know what that means? That means you care. You have concern for your art, that is presented properly. That's why you're jittery. But take that nervous buzz and channel it. Snap it into set faster than anyone else. Make your horn snap cleaner. Lock your eyes tighter. Nervous energy doesn't have to scatter you. It can sharpen you. The nervous energy is not fear. It's anticipation, because your body's excited because it knows what it's doing. The body knows, the parasympathetic nervous system knows, and your heart starts to beat faster right before you play when you see that drum major getting ready to signal you to kick off. Your body's not scared. It's excited. Channel that energy into performance excellence. And then let's talk about hype. It's awesome. Man, I love it. Chanting, laughing, that goofy energy, it has a place. But the place is after the rep lands. Not just after you've completed the rep, but after it lands. It lands in a way that your director just stands there in stunned silence because you guys suddenly stepped in. Excellent first, hype second. You will know when it's time to hype. You will feel it. That way, the energy cycle always reinforces discipline, not distraction. And finally, contest mindset. You don't suddenly flip a switch on contest day. You rehearse like it's a performance every single block, every single rep, every single time you pick up that horn and you go on the field, you are performing. The minute you walk into that band room, before you go out to the field, you are performing. This culture isn't going to be built on the bus ride to contest. It's built today, in this silence, in this reset, in this block. Here's your pep line. If you want a gold medal band, you need gold medal rehearsal culture. Contest doesn't expose your talent. It exposes your habits. So how do we fix this? Here's some tools that you can use tomorrow. 3 breaths, 1 band. Everyone takes the same 3 preps and plays a concert F or B flat chord. Unify the air. Unify the sound. Or a T-grid drill. 1 bar of eighth notes. Woodwinds pick the consonant in length. Brass mirror it. Everyone lines up articulation. That is important. A blend bubble. Arc around a leader. Everyone else disappears into that color. Then switch leaders. Do a reset race. After a rep, silent horns down, eyes front, reset to your dot in 5 seconds or less. Who can do it first? And how about some dynamic honesty? Play a phrase at mezzo piano. Pianissimo, mezzo forte, fortissimo, with tone and tact. Make the extremes just as beautiful as the middle. Simple, effective, and culture changing. So let's wrap this up. Let's go back to dynamic honesty. And then, for some dynamic honesty, play a phrase at pianissimo, then mezzo forte, and then fortissimo, with your tone intact. Make the extremes just as beautiful as the middle. All of these things are simple. They're effective, and they are culture changing. So let's wrap this up. The stereotypes, they're funny, I get it. But they're also the seeds of standards. Trumpet overconfidence? Channel that into silent leadership. Clarinet counting jokes? Turn them into the section metronome. Those low reed gremlins, they got that gremlin energy? Make them the groove keepers. Let them be the soul of your sound. Culture is what flips jokes into strengths, and mentality isn't just about not messing up. It's about lifting the whole group higher. Excellence, discipline, and respect in rehearsal. Hype, laughter, and joy after the rep. That's Hornline culture at its best. So that's Hornline mentality in a nutshell, as best as I could do in under 20 minutes. Stereotypes, rehearsal culture, contest nerves, and why silence and reset speed actually win trophies. Remember, contest doesn't reveal how talented you are. It reveals how disciplined you've been. If this episode hit home, share it with your section chat, with your directors, with your boosters, because culture is contagious. And hey, we're building free and paid guides that talk about culture. We're also building virtual workshops for leadership teams who want to reset their culture on purpose. Those links will be in the description, the show notes, and the social media posts, and we'll let you know as we're creating more. But until next time, remember this. Your mentality is your legacy, so build it right. And if we build it right, that is when we will all raise the bar together.